All right, finger tapping on the G string this week. Here it is at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 300. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's explain this week's theory. There we go. Okay. First two examples are done. So, just play through this with the repeat, and then you got your chords at the end here. So any speed is totally fine. Distortion or no distortion is fine. Let's start that again. And the other one, same idea, just run through that. Now, what's happening here? So you finished the, call it your arpeggio sheet, your reference sheet. So you had two ways of doing all this stuff. So the first way, as it's shown here, you have the fifth interval by itself, and then you also had the arpeggios where you had the root note by itself. So this is, we have the second way on that page. So you have, again, two options for all of the chords being arpeggiated. One option is the root note is by itself. The other option, the fifth interval is by itself. Typically, for the minor chords being arpeggiated, I will use the version shown here, where the fifth interval is by itself, because there's less of a stretch. For the major chords, such as shown here and here, I typically use the version where the root note is by itself because less of a stretch. B diminished can go either way, whether you do it this way or the other way, same amount of stretch going on. Doesn't really matter which one you use. The augmented, definitely a lot easier to play like this, where the root note is by itself. Either one is fine. Either one is fine. So your job is to put the progressions together as it's labeled here. Just follow the Roman numerals. The string you begin with is at the end here. What's going on in this part though? So for the ending of each line, you're going to write out the 3-string triad chord, so major, minor, diminished, or augmented. And you start with no inversion, also known as root position. So no inversion to start with, and then you write the first inversion of that chord, then the second inversion of the chord, and then the most popular way of playing that chord. So again, we start with the root position, or no inversion, in this case the F major. Then the first inversion of the F major is an F over A. Then the second inversion of the F major, which is an F over C. And then this big old bar chord, probably the most popular way of playing that F chord. So that's what's going on there. So, any questions, let me know, and I will see you again next week.